What if I told you that some of the most popular fitness influencers are giving you advice that could actually set you back instead of help you? Have you ever wondered why their programs don't seem to work for you, even when you follow them to the letter? In this video, I'm going to expose the misleading advice many fitness influencers are giving, explain why it doesn't work for most people, and show you how to spot real, effective fitness strategies. By the end of this video, you'll know how to avoid falling into the traps they've set and start seeing real results in your fitness journey. But just before I get into the video, please subscribe to the channel so you can stay up to date with all my videos. It will help us a lot. Now, let's get back to the video. Let's be real, fitness influencers are everywhere these days. Scroll through social media for even a few minutes, and you'll be bombarded with workout videos, diet tips, supplement recommendations, and promises that sound way too good to be true. They tell you things like, just do this one exercise and you'll build the perfect chest, or follow my exact meal plan and you'll get abs in 30 days. And you know what? It's tempting to believe them. These people look great, they're shredded, they're glowing with confidence, and they seem to have it all figured out. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Most of these influencers are lying to you, or at the very least, they're oversimplifying things so much that their advice becomes harmful. Their job isn't to help you get fit. Their job is to sell you something, a product, a program, or an image. And today, we're going to dive into exactly why their advice is often misleading, why it doesn't work for most people, and how you can separate the fitness myths from the real strategies that actually work. So, let's start with one of the most common lies you'll hear from influencers. Do this one exercise to build this muscle. How many times have you seen someone post a video saying, "This is the only exercise you need for bigger biceps"? Or, "Do this for perfect glutes"? It sounds simple, right? Just one exercise and you're set. But that's not how the human body works. Take your chest, for example. It's not just one big muscle. It's made up of different parts: the upper chest, middle chest, and lower chest. To fully develop it, you need to target all those areas with a variety of movements. That means doing bench presses, incline presses, dips, and even flies. No single exercise is going to do it all. When you rely on just one magic move, you're setting yourself up for imbalances and limited progress. Sure, you might see some improvement in the short term, but over time, your results will plateau because you're not giving your muscles the comprehensive stimulus they need to grow. Now, let's talk about another classic piece of influencer advice. Eat like me to look like me. This is one of the most misleading things you'll see on social media. Influencers love to share their "what I eat in a day" videos, showing off their perfectly portioned meals and claiming that if you eat exactly like them, you'll look just like them. But here's the thing. Their diet works for them because it's tailored to their specific body, metabolism, and activity level. What works for one person might not work for another. In fact, copying someone else's diet without understanding your own needs can backfire. You might end up eating too little, leaving you fatigued and frustrated, or eating too much and gaining unwanted fat. The key to nutrition isn't following someone else's plan, it's understanding your own body. Start by figuring out your caloric needs based on your goals, whether that's fat loss, muscle gain, or maintenance. From there, focus on eating balanced meals with plenty of protein, carbs, and healthy fats. Don't overcomplicate it, and definitely don't fall into the trap of thinking someone else's diet is the magic solution. Now, let's move on to supplements. How many times have you seen an influencer push some new product as the secret weapon to their success? They'll tell you that you need this pre-workout, that fat burner, or this special protein powder to achieve your goals. The reality? Supplements are just that. Supplements. They're not a replacement for proper nutrition and hard work. If your diet and training aren't solid, no supplement in the world is going to give you results. The basics, like a quality protein powder if you're struggling to hit your protein goals, or creatine if you're into strength training, can be helpful. But beyond that, most of what influencers are selling is unnecessary, and, in some cases, completely useless. Here's why so many influencers push supplements. They get paid to. Sponsorships are a huge part of their income, so of course they're going to promote products, even if those products aren't actually effective. Always question whether the advice they're giving is based on science or driven by a paycheck. And that brings me to the bigger issue here. Influencers aren't focused on giving you the best advice. They're focused on selling an image. Their entire platform is built around looking good, which often means they rely on things like good genetics, years of consistent training, and sometimes even performance-enhancing drugs to achieve their results. But they don't tell you that part. Instead, they sell you the idea that their bodies are the result of their programs or products, not the years of work or the other factors that contributed to their success. This creates an unrealistic standard that leaves most people feeling like failures when they can't replicate the same results. The other thing to keep in mind is that social media thrives on trends and clickbait. Influencers are under constant pressure to produce new, exciting content that grabs attention. This often leads to oversimplified advice and flashy claims that aren't grounded in reality. For example, you've probably seen someone claim that doing 1,000 sit-ups a day will give you abs. What they don't tell you is that abs are made in the kitchen, not just in the gym. Visible abs come down to your body fat percentage, which is primarily influenced by your diet. No amount of crunches will make up for a poor diet. So, how do you avoid falling into these traps? The first step is to focus on the basics. The best fitness advice isn't flashy or trendy, it's consistent and proven. Stick to strength training with compound movements like squats, deadlifts, and bench presses. These exercises target multiple muscle groups and give you the most bang for your buck. When it comes to your workouts, remember the principle of progressive overload. This means gradually increasing the weight, reps, or intensity of your workouts over time. It's the most effective way to build strength and muscle. For your nutrition, forget about fad diets and focus on eating the right amount of calories for your goals. If you're trying to lose fat, aim for a slight calorie deficit. If you're trying to build muscle, go for a slight surplus. Prioritize protein to support muscle growth and repair, and don't be afraid of carbs, they're your body's primary source of energy. Finally, be patient. Real progress takes time. The influencers promising quick fixes are selling you a fantasy. Sustainable fitness is about building habits that you can maintain for the long haul. At the end of the day, the truth about fitness is simple. Move your body, eat well, and stay consistent. You don't need gimmicks, shortcuts, or expensive products. You just need a plan that's tailored to your needs and the commitment to stick with it. So, the next time you see a fitness influencer making big claims, ask yourself, is this backed by science or is it just marketing? And remember, real fitness isn't about looking perfect. It's about feeling strong, healthy, and confident in your own body. If you've made it this far, I hope this video has helped you see through some of the nonsense in the fitness industry. Let me know in the comments if you've ever fallen for bad advice from an influencer and what you learned from it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on any whiteboard fitness tips. And as always, see you on the next one.